starts another stream. Hi. Yeah, I kind of decided just to throw out the window my schedule of cycling through up to 4 different games every week. Just wasn't feeling that anymore. It just isn't usually how I play games anyway. I cycle through 2, maybe 3 at most, but yeah, figured I'll just do this. Just try to lean much more into playing whatever it is I want to play. I do greatly want to try to grow an audience, but I also need to just be honest that I need to also, for my own sanity, my own whatever, I need to just do what I want to do. I don't want to say audience growth be damned, but if I burn myself out, I'll do more than just miss like 1 or 2 streams. I'll miss a week worth of streams, a month worth of streams, maybe even not stream anymore at all. So, yes, this is probably something that I don't know how many people are going to want to watch me just do basic little tasks to level up to level 1,000. I wouldn't be surprised if most people go, this is boring, and not watch. Granted, that's I have a lot of me playing a lot of games. Last stream, I was running around trying to do secondary objectives, and I didn't do it as much as I wanted, and try to stick it strictly to, just like, the puzzles and all that, because me running around collecting, the books and the notes and the other random collectibles was in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's probably going to be really boring. I'd find it boring. So I wouldn't blame people. I don't blame the people that jumped in, didn't say anything, and then left after a while. I am not doing that backwards. That's way too far on my way. Screw them, I'm going up Mount Chiliad. That's probably going to take me off to God knows where. Do an RC race and see if I can. I've got decent RC races. The RC cars and just the Banditos? The RC cars. My friend will point out they have really short wheelbases and they snap around, and yeah, they do. Also, the RC cars really don't like bumps. A car might be like, oh sure, whatever. Meanwhile, RC cars off, trying to go across the map because you went over a bump just a little too fast, didn't slow down quite enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna stream from time to time my quest to get to rank 1,000 in GTA Online, which I easily could have hit it by now, because me and my friend played this game from day one. We're talking when did it was October 1st, 2013. We played it for that long, and every up and down and sideways that there's been, we've been there for it, from the really rough launch to, I know there was a bout of time where people were just throwing out millions in glitched money. I think it was in the first year of the game, and when they were trying to hone in on how much RP and cash everything should pay, and I don't think me and my friend have every last thing you could ever possibly have, but it's pretty close. I think my friend has filled all of his property slots. I haven't quite done that. I could, because I have almost $96 million. But we both recently bought the mansion that was recently launched. We both bought a yacht when they were on sale. We bought nightclubs when they first launched. He bought a CEO business when it first launched. I bought a biker club when it first launched, and we both got the other thing when we could. Has been a lot. I've bought a bunch of random vehicles. My friend's filled his garage with a lot of cars that he wants, and he's a car person and could definitely tell you with some certainty, oh yeah, it's based upon this car and this car, and he'll spend a while just trying to get the colors right and the modifications to make it look like the real world inspiration. And also during playing this game, my friends taught me how to race kind of decently in this game, so I don't hit the wall all of the time, just only when I'm going just a little too fast. And it's led to my friend who plays all the racing, all the car games. This is one of these RC tracks that's kind of rough sometimes. yeah, it's led to him just saying, oh yeah, you know, like before you like weren't the best at racing, but now he says he actually has to try when racing against me, which they actually feel good because he still whoops me most of the time. Virtually my win-loss record for racing, majority of that's just because I've played against him, and he doesn't make mistakes, but he makes fewer mistakes. And maybe when I play this more regularly, I could be even better than I was. But this is one that just, we've had other games come and go, and it's not as fresh and shiny as new as it was, but we still revisit it from time to time. And then when they announced, I think it was when they announced like an actual like solid release date for GTA 6, which was supposed to be less than a month from now. It was announced for May 26th, 2026. I decided, let me just like finally sit down, like finally hit rank 1,000 in this game. Because me and my friend have agreed that if we, I'm gonna have to restart this, when we would be just, we would feel weird about, I mean, we could have hit rank 1,000 the entire time and then we didn't. That's why we had to make sure, Jiminy Christmas, yeah, this track's rough. We wanted to make sure that we have all the big things. You know, when the yachts came out, we're like, well, we kind of need to. We've played it for this long, you know, and we've wanted to feel like, okay, well, then we have one of all the big stuff. It'd be a shame if we didn't. And I've not been employed for a while, so I've had plenty of time these past few months to catch up to him, because he kept playing a lot more than me, because I kept having bouts of I didn't want to do anything, so I wouldn't even play games at all. So he kept playing, and he got, I don't think it was 100, maybe 100 levels ahead of me at some point. And then I started, Jesus Christ, I know how to drive, I promise. He kind of got significantly ahead of me, because I think for a while I was ahead of him, and then he got way ahead of me, and now I'm, I think, less than 20 levels away now. Before it was, I think, well over 100 levels ahead of me he was. Then I just kept playing it, kept chipping away, kept finding, like, okay, if I do these things, they will, there are things that can give me significantly more RP. I try to pay attention to what the double and triple and quadruples are, and if it's racing, I'll be all over it, because I can just jump to those races and just almost like space out, and yeah, who cares? But he was like, oh, death matches are double. Nope, I don't do competitive like that. I can do racing, because I'm kind of decent at it now. The track's so uneven. I was talking about earlier, these RC cars like to fly around because you got a bump. Well, this studio's got crap all over the ground. It's that one like backlot city segment that's really bad. Jesus Christ. Ooh. I've done this before, I can do it again. So when it comes to me, because I know I could get like hyper efficient, if I know I won't waste a second of time and get the absolute most RP out of it, and that'd just be boring. You know, I don't want to be hyper efficient and not waste a second of my time. I want to have fun. That's why I do the races when they're double and triple and all of that. I don't do deathmatch. Deathmatches are annoying. I've never been good at competitive stuff like that, even though I forced myself to do it in the 2010s with Call of Duty and Gears of War. But then I'd just be really freaking frustrated. I love playing against bots. I love doing the horde mode. I love doing those things. I don't enjoy trying to come up with the cheapest spot to camp or the absolute level best whatever. I don't want to do all that. I just want to have fun. So again, races. And these time trials and all that. That's why I'm playing in a friends-only lobby, because screw dealing with other people. So I'm just needing to check that everything's good. So I keep being a little bit concerned that I have people sitting and they're not saying anything, and maybe they don't know what to say. Maybe they're just chilling out, which is fine. Maybe there's one to lurk, but I'm also just so concerned that OBS is just not... It's not saying it's not connected to chat, not saying it's connecting, but... Okay. Wait, nobody said anything, okay. Alright. What will I do next to my non-captive audience to watch? Yeah, my usual thing to do is just go do these daily/weekly things like the HSW time trial, G's cash. I might occasionally do this if it's not in an annoying area. If it's anywhere like a gang area, no. Especially the airport, no. No, because you gotta take a picture of it because Madrazo just apparently wants to get arrested for being connected to a crime. You know, it's borderline like, why don't you ask me to take an HD video and stream it while it's happening too, Madrazo? That won't get you caught, you idiot. And I would do the bike time trial, but that's all the way up Mount Chiliad. Absolutely not. You know, I probably could just, like, I have the Mark II Oppressor, I could just fly up there, but I do like the forklifts though. That's really like slow and casual. Don't gotta worry myself too much. I've also been trying to challenge myself, so I know I'm marked a marker to like get over to that studio. I've been trying to like, okay, let me just like look at the map and just remember how to get over there, because I don't have to like type in everywhere I go in real life in my GPS. I almost never use my GPS because I know where I'm going most of the time. I only do that when I don't know how to get there. But these areas that I know where they're at, I don't need the GPS marker. Over there, okay. I don't need the GPS marker to tell me how to get everywhere. I just need to know roughly where it is, and I can drive over there, even if I get a little lost. Oop, sorry. Slightly. I do admittedly probably hit way too many people who are on scooters and motorcycles in this game, but it's funny. Am I a bad person? At least in this game I can be. But you get out your bad energy in this game and you don't do it in real life. Because if video games made us a lot more violent, we have a lot more violence in the world, and we don't. We have less. And yeah, there's people that are violent simply because of video games, and they are mentally ill, and they need mental health care. Just gonna say that right now.
There's something deeply noble about growing your own vegetables.
Horseville.
Ironic as if you're watching the film, and you know something that people in the film don't.
Did I guess that Horseville? I could be wrong.
Anyway, I've gotta go.
I will be interested to try out those. Could add that mission. I think it's a mission maker where it's like multiple phases of how the heists have been in this game. Don't know why it took them this long to do it, but it's here now. So yeah.
Hey, watch it! What the shit?
What are you gonna do, buddy? What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do? Huh? That's what I thought. Oh, I didn't pull a weapon. Stop screaming. I don't want the law on me right now if I can help it. I'd be at least moderately a good citizen. Until I'm, like, angry and blowing up lots of vehicles because somebody tipped me off. But also, they shouldn't follow the rules of the road. They should just let me barrel past them instead of stopping at a stoplight. Get over the... I swear I'm not. This is incompetent. Doo-da, doo-da. Where the heck is that crate? Oh, doo-da-doo. There's definitely a certain point where I always gotta learn roughly where they are in each area. So, where the heck is that? Oh, there it is. Shoot. Well, if I ain't reason to run from the police, I'm gonna have an actual good reason to run from the police. Oh no, you picked up a crate with stuff in. Oh no, 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 no! You're gonna chase me for a good reason. Ooh, shit. This vehicle's got some speed to it. Got some pickup. Probably don't have the greatest brakes.
Get over yourself.
Mother of hell. Well, I was trying to not worry about Bobo no more. Can't you just go listing your rhythm? Yeah, I could, but this is more fun. And I did whatever. One of the missions that you do gives you like a free less to remove wanted level, but I've got this skill set to run from the police. I'm going to keep using it. So. Okay. Let's go spin that wheel in the casino. Oh, yeah. I'm also such a nerd for figuring out how long what I need to do in order to level up to 1,000 before GTA 6 launches. I have a spreadsheet. I know that at least for a bit when I have in the past contemplated streaming GTA Online, I had a browser window capture ready to go that had to like shrunk down to just what I would need. I won't be doing that. Granted, I don't think anything like see on the screen. I'm not saying I won't find a place for it, but
on the podium. You can win it with just a spin on the lucky wheel.
may I ask why? Granted, I almost never win the lucky wheel vehicle, except for there was one week where I spun. I didn't play like every day during an event week, but I spun. Like the first day it was available and won the car. Oh, that's great. Then a few days later, played again and it landed on the wheel on the vehicle again.
Cool down in the infinity pool, located on the roof deck.
But yeah, if you win the vehicle, then land on the vehicle again in the same week, you get 20,000 RP, which makes sense. It's so hard to land on that. I'll just give you RP for it. But yeah, I don't think I really want the camper. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to do the bike time trial, even with going on the Oppressor Mark II. That's still a ways to go for a time trial. I don't usually fail very often. Because unlike that stupid RC Bandito, those bikes aren't the hardest things to control. selected I want to do a few more times. Because I'm just gonna do my thing, and people watch, they watch it, they don't, they don't. Because I just, again, I want to really like grow my audience on here and see if this could be something. But right now, what I should be doing theoretically is, like, Timberborn is, Twitch has a little research thing that'll show you, like, oh, on average, how many viewers there were for this category throughout the week and all of that. And far and away of all the games that I've been streaming, Timberborn just blows it out of the water. And I've gotten quite a few people following because of me playing Timberborn. So, but it's something that just I want to get back to it. I want to finish the Iron Teeth. I want to finish the Iron Teeth. I finally launched their final thing. And, yeah, I probably need to just do it on easy if I just want to, like, if I'm focused on, oh, let me launch the Iron Teeth's Wonder, which is then just apparently like strapping a beaver to a, okay, but yeah, strapping a beaver to a glider and going, yeet, bye, good luck, hope you don't die. Yeah, so that's fine. We have breeding pods making like 20 more of them. I need to figure out the breeding pods. I think it's eating up berries really fast. So I still need to figure out a good system for planting way more than enough berries, or to, well, I want to say like breed less beavers. What I probably need to do is I probably need to, and it's a thing I haven't had to worry about in that game of, and my batteries on that mother. Let me hold my batteries real quick. Let me finish my thought though. With the Iron Teeth, I probably need to grow berry production while also growing my population, which I haven't had to deal with yet.
I know, but it isn't my problem. You know that. Yes, I know. You know, the boss puts me all over my ass.
Batteries low. Oh, gotta keep taking this. I am aware. You don't gotta tell me. How do I need a controller? Do. Again, I've got a feeling I'm gonna have a hankering to play something else on this stream. I just don't know what it is yet. Sure, I might just go full tilt, but let me just play Helldivers while I'm at it. Why not? I do like playing that too. It's when I keep being skittish about playing online, because for the most part the game is stable on my computer. But I don't think it looks terrible. I'm trying to be like, oh, it looks so bad. I say, actually, I got lower settings, because when I bought this PC, I didn't go for the bleeding edge of parts, because I probably should have taken a little more advantage of my situation at the time and bought parts that were a little more powerful. But it's still, I'm not going to be playing the bleeding edge of PC games anyway. I want a newer game that I'm going to want to make sure is like good. I'm going to be wanting to get it for a console, because I follow my dad's thinking on it of, you buy a game console and you buy a game for it, the game just works. You don't have to worry about drivers and parts and this and that, and just, you buy it for a console, it works. Most of the game is broken, obviously, but just, you're probably going to get a game to work on a console. It's plug and play. So I'm always going to think there's going to be some room for game consoles for forever, because there are people that just don't have the time, patience, money, whatever it is, to perpetually be messing with computer parts. But it should be allowed to customize some kind of gaming thing that you want, like a gaming PC if you want to. But for other people, it's like, it's a bit much. Don't say they'll never figure it out, but if you want to talk about the people that, well, they only have like an hour every night to play, a game console is going to be perfect because they just turn it on and it works. Or the really large updates. It's certainly a different problem, but again, if you have really large update, plus, the drivers are wrong, plus, this setting is wrong, plus the absolute debugging nightmare that getting a game to work can be, you'll want to play the game on the PC. Unless your gaming rigs are so overpowered that it doesn't matter. So, and I'm certain that there's probably people that may be slightly smarter than me can come up with a better solution even than that. But yeah, it's just I'll just hope for the sake of people that there's always going to be, even if it's a thing where it's not quite the same, it's in theory the same but not in practice the same. Because if you really think about what an Xbox or a PlayStation or a Nintendo console is, you're having a lot of the same things that a PC would do. It's just a PC is going to be a bit more wide open for you to do whatever you want. Meanwhile, when it comes to your game consoles, you're very much just, you're locked in. You have very much just read-only access to a lot of stuff. And you can't, overclock and underclock and do all of that. They keep the consoles to be a very closed loop, a very closed environment so that everybody knows what they're dealing with. We'll go with Rockstar, for example. People are going, why does it take forever for Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption to come to consoles, or to come to PCs? Well, it's because I want you to go make a PC and tell me how many different GPUs, how many graphics cards, how many, makers of hard drives, how many of makers of motherboards, or how many types of everything are there? And then you thought, okay, well, how many different just drivers for things and programs that are out there? And okay, well, does everybody update their stuff all the time, or is it, only when they absolutely have to? Are they on the bleeding edge, or are they like 5 versions back? And you're like, what are the settings that they have? It can be an absolute nightmare to try to deal with all of that. So, yeah, I think Rockstar's right to say, hey, we're going to release our games for the PlayStation and the Xbox, and then after probably maybe like a year or so, maybe somebody who's bought Rockstar's stuff for their PC can tell you how long it is. Let's say it's a year. Rockstar then says a year. Say, okay, we have got a lot of big bugs fixed for the game. We know GTA/Red Dead Redemption is in a very good shape. So now that we're moving over to PC, we can now know this isn't working because it's the PC. You have 2 environments to help you narrow down what the bug is. So, I'm always going to want to stand on the side of developers and QA folks, because more often than not, they probably weren't listened to, or they had to go against their better judgment and probably push something out sooner than they would have liked. Because I can tell you how it is. I write test scripts. I've also written code for stuff. You can at a certain point just almost go down the rabbit hole trying to make it perfect. And there'll be a certain point where you're like, okay, well, it can't do that. Or, okay, well, this isn't the most efficient way to do it. Well, but it works. So we'll just do it this way for now and hopefully be able to get back to it later. And I'm not going to say I'm not concerned at all about the price point for GTA 6, but I also be willing to they probably whatever price point they put on it, because they've been working on it for this long, and I can't. Ever since, I don't want to say I've been playing any games by Rockstar Games, but across GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4, 5, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, Bully. Maybe there's something else others I've played. I've not been disappointed. And they've maintained this for forever. And found ways to make it better and all of that. And there's also... I've seen what Red Dead Redemption 2 looks like when it comes to details and systems. And I might be surprised if like some came over this way, or it's more of... With Rockstar, I've seen them just... Between GTA... I want to say maybe like 4 and Red Dead Redemption. Thinking around that time frame. You could just see them try a system in one and then see the good stuff go to the other one. And just see just the growth of what they do across those two series. And if they did a third one, you'd see it there too. But I've seen how great Red Dead Redemption 2 is. I've seen the systems. There's people still finding stuff hidden in that game years later. You know, just... It's going to be one that, as long as most of that money goes to the people who actually worked on it, I'm fine with it. You know, it is something that if I do happen to have a lot of money on hand, I'm going to see if I can buy a lot of stock for Take-Two, which is the publisher. And hopefully just buy it cheap and then be able to sell it soon after or during the peak of the money they're making during GTA 6 and make out with a bunch of money. I have to be concerned I'm not going to have a lot that I can do with that, because I need to get a job first. It'd probably be something if I wasn't potentially going to have to like sell every stock holding I have in my one Robinhood account, I'd be feeling a little bit better about it. Could also attempt just to do that and have a Roth IRA. I could probably do it there. I'd have a lot of money in that account, I think, and so I could probably buy quite a few stocks. Probably sell some of the underperforming ones and just put it all into there. It hopefully be about the right time, and then sell it, and then say, hey, once it dips below like 5% of its peak, just dump it all at once. Just make off like a bandit, hopefully. Because I believe in Rockstar's quality that much. You know, people would want to clown like, oh, you know, it's never coming out. GTA 6 is never coming out. One, we knew there was going to be another Grand Theft Auto. The GTA 5 and online were making way too much money. Plus, they'd have to find something else to do. I don't think they're ready to give up on it just yet. Plus, they had to visit Vice City probably at least one more time and nothing else. But also, those people would want to get on them. They're not saying anything. Like they usually don't. They normally don't say a whole lot. They keep all the cards close to the chest. And don't say something unless they have something to say. When they released the 2 trailers for GTA 6, they had stuff to say. And the first anything close to a release date, I was like, oh, we think 2025. And then all of us were like, okay, you know, so the CEO of Take-Two was talking about making lots of money in fiscal year 2025. Well, you know, that encompasses these months, and we guessed when there might be a release in 2025, and then said, okay, we're going to now give you one May 26th of 2026. That was the first actual date we had. And again, that's what lit a fire under me to actually hit to level 1,000 finally. But then they bumped it back to November, which was good because it almost like doubled the amount of time I had, because I have my spreadsheet because I'm a little nerd. And I found that, okay, I needed like to get like 80% of a level every day to like hit level 1,000 by the time it released. But then they bumped it back, it dropped it down to like 40 something. It wasn't quite double, it was like 40 something percent. Now I'm hovering around 40% of a level every day, which is great. Because it means that I could just go stream something else if I want, and not have to worry about this being off kilter. I've gotten pretty far ahead. I think right now, if I keep getting a level a day, I'd be done in July. I think it's been slowly sliding back because I don't get a level every day, and there's days where I don't play and all of that because I don't want to burn myself out. Getting to 1,000 is not going to be worth anything if I'm just sick and tired of this game by then. That's why I'm doing like this. This is not exciting. This is probably something that I should probably just keep offline, but I want to keep streaming, and this is what I enjoy doing. And I could probably actually talk to people better doing this than, like, well, Timberborn's pretty slow pace. But like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, I'd be too focused on that game to really talk to people, I would feel like. Crimson Desert, I was about to play like Crimson Desert and Banishers. What I do want to finish, I want to finish Indiana Jones. I want to finish Banishers. Timberborn may just play from time to time if I need something more chill, and then Crimson Desert. Maybe keep streaming that as well. But then also just, I should probably just like play that on my own time. I don't have to worry about being entertaining. I can just get lost and do whatever. But then also I've started streaming it, so I feel like I have to finish. Get to some kind of good end point. Maybe it's like beating the story in that game, which require me to just keep playing it. Also, I'm going to keep playing it forever because it's a big freaking game. If I only play for like 4 hours a week, I mean, I think people said you can spend 40 hours in the first area. So I don't think I've quite done 10 streams yet, but yeah, I probably need to I need to reevaluate streaming Crimson Desert, I think. Again, something in me is like, well, I've started, so I need to finish, but also this archives channel is just the archive of what I streamed. I'm not really per se going for complete playthroughs on there. And with that, and with Timberborn, well, aside from watching the Iron Teeth's Wonder, there's at a certain point to be like, I'd be doing maybe a challenge, also probably an audience at some point, because for now I'm doing this for my own edification, which is another reason why I'm just doing this. I am very neurodivergent. I can tell I'm doing stream of conscious thinking. But yeah, I just need to be having fun doing this. I want this to grow, but I also don't. Again, I don't want this to be something that I resist doing, because I just need to play what I want to play. Again, I really do love playing this game. And these are streets that I probably know about as well as like some streets that I drive on all the time, both here and where some of my people live. I know those streets pretty well, or at least can fake it enough to get somewhere. And then there's always my phone I can look up directions on if I have to. Yeah, I just know that I'm going to be doing streaming things that just aren't good for audience growth or whatever, or retention. It's like, I'm going to do what I want to do. I do want this to be something that I make money off of, but unless I were to have like some second person like helping me do stuff, I'm going to do my own thing. And I always want it to be that I'm doing my own thing. Alright. Probably should swing by Gafangus, my nightclub, and promote it real quick. Buy a new session. What am I doing? Matching vehicles. request that. Let's swing by the nightclub. Yeah, maybe one day I'll have a decent audience of people that'll want to tune in on what I'm doing. I think I know in part what I have to do. I have to start finding some way to put like either clips of what I'm doing, which I don't know if most of what I've been playing is clip worthy. I have a few ideas, something I could do, but I also know that an idea that I had for, was I blew out a car I can sell? I'll do that. An idea that I've had for like some synergy between the YouTube channel and the Twitch channel is I do something we'll just dub like, you know, real history in video games, where I grab a pick of video games and here's the real world history behind it. There's an idea I had was Assassin's Creed, and yeah, I definitely am gonna have some ick about it because Ubisoft just, I don't know if they're hellbent on trying to destroy themselves, but they're definitely overcomplicating stuff. Yeah, Assassin's Creed got overcomplicated because of that modern day storyline, but anyway. Yeah, I don't know if I'd really want to potentially give Ubisoft any money directly. I don't think I'd want to really like buy any of their games. Sorry about dropping the controller. Assassin's Creed's a really fun concept. I do love it. But then Ubisoft just tries to monetize it too much, and they cranked out too many games in a row, and but yeah, it's just I would want to do a history in video games thing, and you know, like Indiana Jones is a great example of it. Just go over, okay, here is the history of the areas that you go to. Like, you go to the Vatican, you go to Giza, you go to Shanghai for a moment, you go to the Himalayas, but I'm not sure what I can do with Himalayas. Himalayas probably like a YouTube short, maybe like Himalayas and Shanghai would be kind of like mushed together because there's not a lot there. And currently I'm in Siam, which is modern day Thailand. You know, there could be history about that region during World War II, and I did peek because I wanted to see like roughly how far in the game I was. You also go to somewhere in Iraq as well. All this is 1937. I know some of that history pretty well, so I'd love to do that. Of course, my neurodivergent brain just wants to retreat from doing work because I love it fails and if I go into too much detail, and it can take a lot of mental energy for me to like overcome the initial inertia to actually do the thing. Because I'd have to record it somehow and be happy with whatever quality I'm doing. I'd have to not run into any kind of, if I don't do it like on this setup, I need to worry about the, because I bought a camcorder because I was gonna like, on one of the many attempts I've had to try to do content creation more so. I had that camcorder and you take like a USB card and you could like, of course, put it on the PC and edit and all that. And I don't think I even got so far as to even like freaking start recording. I just kept.
You're not a cop, are you?
I just kept like nitpicking. I was gonna do it.
But I like to know these things.
But make a video, it's like, you know, so okay, I've gotta like,
Thank you.
when I pick the topic, I have to do research on it and make sure that's actually good research, not misinformation or something that's wrong or misconception. Fight with myself about, do I write a script or not, and then find out that not writing a script's a bad idea, but also not liking that I'm reading a script. And editing, I feel a bit better about, although no, I would have to, I recently have found that I need to probably be at least a little concerned where I edit stuff, because I was trying to butt together, because I've had a few occasions of OBS just completely crapping the bed, and having to like stitch the two streams together. That way I'd have one contiguous video to put up on the YouTube's archives. And this little PC that I stream on just crapped out every time trying to do all of that, trying to encode the video where it was all put together, so I had to do it on the gaming PC, which means whenever I record, I have to make sure I can get it on the gaming PC. So it's definitely sounds like, oh, I'm up with the reasons not to do it, and it is. But of course, I again could probably just figure out this setup. I feel like I can do shorter videos, because I did my video that I put on my channel where I'm talking about relaunching the channel and all that. That video didn't crash the PC. It's just when I'm trying to stitch the other two long videos of the two separate streams together, that's when it just crapped out. So I'm certain I would not like the quality of how this is going. Of course, then again, there's YouTube videos and channels that I've watched where... Thank you for the follow. Yeah, just watching the two streams together caused the PC to crash. Yes. I've been rambling because don't know what else to do. Alright, Bubba, you need to get out of here. So I just need to start making videos. I just need to start making videos. Again, Czar of... Look at that. History, real history in video games. It's something that's... I love history. And there's games that do attract me because, ooh, there's history in, like, Assassin's Creed. It's a thing of me starting to do the streaming, however often I was going to do it, was just... I just need to do it. Like this stream, I'm just doing it. And just seeing what happens. So, what can I do now? Yeah, let's put out some fires. That could be fun. Yeah, I always perpetually keep having ideas of videos I would want to do or make content about stuff. I mean, pro wrestling occasionally comes up as something that I do love talking about. Of course, that can always just be kind of a toxic cesspool of people just having their not really well-informed or well-thought-out ideas. And people just having uber tribalism. Because they'll just hate one company because it's that company. Not for any good reason. Just... they just don't like it. Which, yeah, it's your prerogative, I guess. But... I also need to check to make sure that I'm not limiting chat by having too many rules around it. I also don't want people asking me to add them up on Discord. I need to double check those rules around chat, make sure I'm not like excluding too many people. But that's not how you grow a channel.
Received and understood. Please stand by.
Yep, standing by, doing what I'm doing.
El Burro 15, we've had reports of smoke at the following location. Please investigate.
This was a very nice evolution of the firefighting mission, where before it would be, yeah, just run up there in the fire truck and just spray water on the cars, but there is that, but then also there's put out the house fire, stop the gas leak, rescue the cats. So it shows they're growing over time, and I think they've got... I gotta imagine like the medical delivery thing that I was doing earlier, that's kind of the evolution in a way of the ambulance mission. Because the ambulance mission was... it was challenging. Because it'd be funny, like GTA like 3, for example, you go up by this person just spurting blood out. It's like, I'm surprised you don't need like the coroner van at this point. I'm a little concerned I can make it to the hospital, just even if I like drive not bad. I'm not concerned about me bumping into anything. I'm concerned that you're just like gonna be a very involuntary blood donator. Good God. Put these out. There we go. Okay. That's one. But yeah, I don't remember. The vigilante, the firefighter, and ambulance missions could be, well, all of them could be hard. But if you do the vigilante mission with like the attack helicopter or essentially the rhino tank, it's like that's not a problem at all. With the tank especially, it's like, well, there's that car full of criminals. Boom, next level. Same with the attack helicopter. Oh, look, it's a bunch of criminals, and you know that vehicle. Fire off rockets. Next level. And it's one of those things where they were hard to do just because I can't even go up there. Alright. Well, you can see probably through many games is that they felt like they got so much easier. In part, it's because your skill set increased. But also, I'd say it's in part also because we had more pixels to play with. Yeah, you had to kind of learn how to maybe like aim a little bit better, but also you had much finer control over what to do, and the enemies had to actually aim a little bit better too. And the game developers could do more, and they could refine it a lot better. Yeah, I have an eyelash in my eye, good lord. I thought the siren's about to annoy me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. But not fires. Come as long as we can along the way. Don't mind me. Go. Give that out. We will put you out. Hopefully. Yeah, no, it's car on fire. It's awful. Okay. Mother of hell. Go out. Yeah, come on. Give me Christmas. Give me Christmas. Come on, put it out. There we go. Good lord. And for you. There we go. Nice.
This is an odor investigation. Suspected gas leak. Civilians are being evacuated. Location details should be with you now.
I'm trying to think what else I could ramble about that's not the same crap I've been talking about. I guess mainly more the video ideas that I've had for my channel. History and gaming. Yeah, I love pro wrestling. I'd want to be concerned about discussing just topics in general in video games, because again, people just be raging a-holes about it and not really want to listen to logic. They'll just be like, I just don't like your idea. They may just want to raise a fuss just because. That's not even getting into the people that are gonna want to soil their adult diaper over, oh my god, there's a woman as the main character? What do you mean this character is not straight? What do you mean that they're a person of color? What do you mean it's not centered around white men? They mean that it's not centered all around a white man, and that is okay. I actually like that. If I need something centered around a white man, I've got a lot of stories I could pull from. Plus, I wouldn't want to be centered a white man. I want to... Oh, this is a white person. What kind of white? Italian, English, German, French, Spanish. There's a big controversy around. There's a bunch of stuff on Helldivers too. People are like, oh, everything's behind a paywall now. Oh yes, the super credits that you can just farm, like the samples that you need to do ship modules and Helldivers too. Oh no, how awful. Listen to Commissar Kai, who always has he has good ways of describing problems and fair points. And he did point out if you wanted to have, I think like a shock and fire build, you need to go across 6 different war bonds, and he showed the cost to do it, to get everything in those 6 war bonds, would be 6,000 super credits, and like some absurd number of medals as well. And then I think about the entire cost of it, and just on the one hand, it's like, you don't need a real ass war bond in that game, but on the other hand, it's like, if you do really want to unlock them all, then,
Okay, we're getting reports
I mean, yeah,
of
it
patrol fire,
shouldn't
visible
be
flames. Unconfirmed
that
whether there are
hard to
persons at risk.
get all
I'm
of them.
sending you the property's
There needs to be
address.
some kind of feeling that's possible, not, oh, it's this distant pipe dream. Maybe if you play the game for forever, you can get them all. Or if you're like me and played for a good chunk of time, or like my brother who has all day to play, then yeah, you can get all of it. But there has to be a give and take. And Carlos Arkai had a lot of other fair points as well, because the way he brought all that up was fair. Too frequently, though, when it comes to Helldivers and other games, it's just people just, they want to complain about something, or it's a thing of, oh no, it's made me a little bit more challenging. I'd had the dream when I was younger of being a game developer. I don't know if I could do it now, because I'd be liable to shoot my mouth off. Just say, quit crying. And just deal with it. This is what I want. If you don't like it, don't play it. It also can be another thing of people wanting a game to be what it's not. They want to play it in a way the game was just not designed for, but there's games out there that can fulfill and scratch that itch of yours. So, for example, you want something that's easy to win races in. Let's go with me. If I want to play a racing game, I'm probably not going to want to play Forza, because that's very realistic. It also means that if I don't like how realistic it is, I don't go and give it 1 star. Oh, it's so hard to race in this game. Why can't it be more arcadey? Because at that point you're like, why can't this game be more like it isn't? Yeah, just Dark Souls example, really hard. That's why we have it's almost like a subgenre now, Souls-like games. If those games are too hard for you, then don't play them. Don't demand that they be made a lot easier. Again, not my bag. There's people that might find something in this style of game, the way that Rockstar does their open world stuff, to be, too hard or too tedious or too whatever. And if it's not your thing, it's not your thing, and it's fine. Just, I guess, my generic and just evergreen thing of just play what you want to play and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just, I think Crimson Desert in another way actually showed that, because I was not going to, I didn't have expectations for Crimson Desert because I didn't quite know what it was going to be. It's just, how was the combat going to be, and how story versus do your own thing was it going to be. But it's going to try to be like another game. And it's just one of the things I just will never want to give much stock to is, oh, the boss fights were too hard. Go back to Dark Souls. Dark Souls bosses are really hard. The enemies are hard too, but just, it's just... And of course IGN also just showing their whole ass recently, giving Mouse PI for Hire a really bad score for, I forgot what it was. I want to say it was really dumb things, which at a certain point you start thinking, it's like, are you just trying to rage bait now, or? I feel like what you should be doing is just putting forth better content. Just. It's not that from just, I've always just, I was definitely the kid that got picked on in school, so I was never going to fully get what everybody else thought was great or whatever, and just always wanted to do my own thing. So this film's always hard to put out. I was the kid that was bullied, so I'm always going to be on the side of don't mock people or get on people for what they want to do. Just let them do their thing. As long as it's not hurting anybody, who cares? Where? Why am I going up there to get the cat? Why do I get? What? Why are you calling me to get the cat up there? I'm gonna save the cat, obviously, yeah, because I do it for my own cat. But I got questions. Is there nobody closer? You know, the vineyard. I look like that's the vineyard. Nobody in the vineyard's got like a ladder. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have to like fix stuff at some point, right? I mean, pretty sure you got like contacts with some place that sells cherry pickers. You need to like get up there. I mean, whatever. I'm gonna save the cat. Then I'll see if I can grab an activity that's. So I can try either one of the new races or maybe one of the missions that they've made. See if I can find a new mission creator missions, and because like 4 times RP and all that, which I only need a little south of 30,000 RP every day now. I think I'm probably around 28,000 RP I need every day between now and November 19th. So I'm gonna hit it. So I don't like have to like stop for months on end or something, which I think I'd have to not play probably for like 4 months or something to not be able to hit it without like double and triple leveling every day. So I think I'll try it. Oh my lord. Yeah, again, it's like, oh, help people in South Los Santos. Why am I driving into Blaine County? And I've had at least 1 or 2 of these where I just went I went to the northernmost part of the state just about, or did go to the northernmost part of the state because it kept taking me up, 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 up. Insert a clip of that song, was it like Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters now. I think I was going on about like, yeah, like people having bad ideas about reviews and ideas for video games and all that. Go back to Comics Archive, something they said that's very true. Players are fantastic at calling out what they don't like about the game, but they're awful at saying how to fix it. And it is the case because there can be a thing of, well, I don't like how this is, and the devs are really the ones that might be able to understand, okay, what in the code's making it act like that, and they might know what to change. Or it might be a thing of, that thing just can't be put into the game because it just doesn't fit in the systems they have, or they have to like really, they have to like do a massive rewrite of stuff. Or it's like that just goes against the game. It breaks it in a way that would make it to where you might get bored. I guess I could sound like, oh, I'd rather the game be a little more difficult than not, which maybe. But the thing you have to consider of, just gotta get up there. You have to like kind of consider that of, if you make stuff too easy, people don't want to keep playing it because they get bored with it. They get everything. Going to Helldivers, yeah, they need to probably slightly modify how some things work, and Comics Archive covered it pretty well. But yeah, it's just the devs might have a better idea of how to fill in the concern you have about the game than a player might, because they might just be guessing, or they might be going off of, well, it was like this in this other game. Well, that's that other game. Go play that other game then. Yeah, happy to help. Alright, let me change back to casual. What? Go away, Lester. Merely tolerate you. Okay. Delete those. Wrestling video games can be questionable because people get all whatever about it. But I also feel like as a white male, I'd have to use my straight white, potentially Christian passing male privilege to bring up issues, probably. Not probably, I'd have to. Because people will not care that someone of color or a woman or LGBTQ brings it up, but if I bring it up, oh, it must be talked about. It's just the sad state of the world. Because usually it's going to be, not usually, it's always going to be people that are far more qualified to talk about whatever the issue is than I ever could hope to be. Community, old school hits. Alright, listen, I just picked up a new client expanding his Operation LS, and trust me, his field out here is crowded. Problem is, these clowns sloppy, and they stepping on my client's business like it's free space. I'm sure I want to start this job. And read the full description. They stepping on my client's business like it's free space. So here's the job. Before they start pushing new contracts out, you go pay them a visit, shut them down, scoop up whatever intel they sitting on, and bring it back at my place. Keep it clean, keep it quiet, my client stays happy, and we'll all go home without problems. Let's do it. Okay, that's very nice banshees. I love banshees. Can I, like, take this? I love banshees from GTA 3 because there's that auto dealership in the first part of Liberty City in GTA 3 I'd always take a banshee from. Perhaps I can do later on in this stream. I can go to my one garage and show you all of the banshees and the variants that I've accumulated. Probably the first car I bought in this game in GTA Online was a banshee. And Let's Play of GTA 3 rocks on it. Which makes me concerned to drive certain cars because I'm not going to be doxing myself, but it would certainly probably be, someone would probably end up revealing probably a bit more about myself than I would like. So I might be mindful of doing certain races with certain cars, but the three banshees I'm thinking of only have GTA 3 rocks on them, so alright.
Can't wait to have that drink next weekend.
Oh, you don't have any weapons at all. Okay, I'm very much limited to what you give me.
Maybe you think I'm a pushover?
Maybe you need to shut the hell up. Don't mouth off to me. Okay, interesting. Okay. Night, night. Night, night, and night, night. Okay. Why are y'all screaming? Why are y'all screaming? I'm using a suppressed pistol. You shouldn't be. Especially in a busy like this. Because I know Mythbusters show that it's not like dead silent when you use a silencer or a suppressor. Because suppressor's a better term for it. But in a city like this, people might be like, not hear anything, or be like, what was that? Wait, whatever. Just gotta be quick. Alright, come back over here, dum-dum, so I can... Excuse me. Yeah, my lord. Come on here so I can shoot you. Come on, Bubba. Don't run over there. Yeah, I hear you. Get over so I can pop you in the head. Juicer. Alright, if y'all are just gonna be... No. What? I do, and I think you're an a-hole. Ow! No, the real assholes already who shot me, took away all my body armor, half my health. That's... Watch your goddamn language, motherfucker. Put a bullet in you. I'm gonna put a bullet in you anyway. But... I don't feel like I am. I feel like you're a dead man, though. Okay. Okay. Let's get a free toy. Ah, yeah. Okay. Hey, you look like you need to get shot. Time to go. Awful knowing you. Ow, 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 don't shoot me. Yeah, officer, they're shooting at me. Good thing I saw it flash. The next guy's gonna be at the golf club, so be at the club, not the club, but a club. Alright. The LS Golf Club. Alright. I don't want police mad at me, so I'm gonna do it this way real quick. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't want police being all up in my business. Like, I do questions like, why do you have that firearm? Why are you shooting him? Why are you resisting arrest? And do you want to die? I don't want to ask those questions. Those are very personal. Roll on through, roll on through, roll on through. Alright. This is very interesting. They really seemingly are giving a bit of a toolbox for us to be able to do some really cool things. Can't lie. Yes, Rockstar just keeps growing, keep evolving. So. Bless me. Do do do. I don't know how to do that. Do I? Sure. Players guessed password. Shit. No, it is. I just put in the wrong freaking letter. It is cyber. don't feel like I need to hack his GPS for this. I feel like there's a... Oh, this is... That could have gone better. Ow! Sir. How you drowned? Sure you. Ow. Well, excuse me. I don't think I did. I think you've royally ticked me off, though. Are you like enemies I need to worry about, or... Officer Little Penny. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what they did there. Alright, this person did good. Okay. Appearance. There we go. Old school hits. I think they're referencing GTA 3, and I think they're referencing passage from GTA. Because that first one was when you attack Salvatore, you assassinate, I think, somebody in GTA 3. I think it's Salvatore. Vice City, one of the hits that you do for the real estate guy is you're beating some guy to death with a golf club at the golf course there. They explained all the guys didn't have guns. You can bring guns to that golf course. And then Little Penny is 10 Penny. Trying to... It's old school hits. Oh, it's awesome. So amazing. And like the first car you had to get to that first hit was a Banshee, which you can get in GTA 3. That's probably, I don't know, it's not that far ahead, but it is a very Vice City type car. 3 to get over there, probably very GTA 3 like cars. Nope, don't worry about officers. Don't worry about them though. Why are the police still mad at me? Come on, get the police off me, because I don't want them to shoot me in the freaking back. Because that's going to be... It's probably going to be challenge enough as it is to kill these people. Screw you, Vaga, motherfucker. Fuck, this ain't San Andreas, why be taking your territory? Bitch. I don't know what I just did there. But that was a wall. Have you ever fallen the laws of the road while I'm driving like a madman? I don't see any police around me. No, there's still police swarming there. I might not be able to lose this one. The one-star roads are kind of a sticky one level anyway, where it takes a while. There's one. Yeah. Probably drawn right by the police station's probably not going to help matters either, but let's just... I see a fire truck. Officer Little Penny. How you doing? Oh, it's got a green saber behind him? Oh. Or whatever the equivalent might be, like a tulip or whatever. But okay. Get back here. Where you going? Get back here, asshole. Whoa. Okay, why are you shooting flares at me? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, shit. Absolutely not. Oh, that is a wall or a pole, I should say. Oh, Lord. No. You're gonna shoot me. That's rude. Go away. Doesn't involve you. Oh. Anyone that didn't give this like full marks, man, what are you doing? Don't do it, man. He's done. Leave Grove Street. See you around, officer. No. Where did he go? I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Maybe it wasn't a green saber. I know it was a green car of some sort. I need to look back. Maybe it wasn't a green saber. It was a green car. I know that. I'll have to check and see what it is. It might just be that this is like the closest equal to it. I feel like they would have kept whatever car it was in San Andreas. They would have kept it. I don't think they'd have to get rid of it per se, but bring everything back to my spot. I'll bring everything back to your spot. Why not? Why not? I remember there being a green car, a muscle car like this in San Andreas. That's when you start figuring out that, hey, wait a minute, some shit be dirty in the gang, in the Grove, you know. Once again, see you around, officer. God, that was fun. That was amazing. I don't know if they're gonna be able to squeeze in another. I think old school hits is just gonna reference the original, well, not the original trilogy, but the trilogy that got a lot of us into GTA. So along this way of 3, Vice City, San Andreas got a lot of people into it. And I don't hate the remaster as much as people do. I think they probably could have, for the sake of quality, let's say them making more money, probably could have stretched out that remake of 3, Vice and San An a little bit. Where the remake of 3 comes out in 2021, mark 20 years. Next year they do Vice City. Then 2 years later, they do San Andreas, hit the 20-year anniversaries dead on, instead of like, oh, it's been 20 years since GTA 3. Here's all of them all at once. Because it would have given them enough time to make sure that bugs in each game were a little more ironed out, and if there's something that people didn't quite like, they could tweak it a little bit. And yeah, just you also probably could have sold more, because like, oh, it's the 20-year anniversary dead on of this thing. And maybe maybe in their galaxy brain corporate BS, like, oh, actually, we get more money by the time the trilogy all at once. And hi, Franklin. Happy to help. How much RP was all of that? Alright, that's a good chunk of RP. I can do that. Oh, that was awesome. Ah. So, am I just like gonna do it again? Or, 'cause I don't mind doing it again. You know, I wonder if it's like their logic that they're doing. And that picture is doing it, yeah.
Of course, remember, if you're sailing into the sunset and you sail fast enough, the sun never sets. Of course, fast enough in that instance would be
I
approximately
need to look up to
50 miles
see.
an hour, which would
I think it is green. I think I remember the. I think the name of the mission where you see them pushing the car is called the Green Saber. Green Saber. Yes, mission San Andreas. So it's called the Green Saber. Is it a thing? One of the things where it's like it's named that, but technically they're.
let's take things in a Lenin direction now.
Where they call it that, but it was a different name for the same car. Freeway, meeting point, garage, Green Saber, yeah. So I was thinking of the Green Saber, but that was a tulip. So I'm wondering what to think if like the saber was. I don't know if it was something else. I think the saber's always been a two-door. So saber beater in 4, 5. Special variants. San Andreas. Yeah, saber always been a two-door, so. It might be that the front end of the tulip looks more like the. I wonder if that's what it is. Like the tulip in this game looks more like it did in San An. Is what it was. Because first car I'd gotten in GTA Online that I customized with a Saber Turbo. I wonder if that's what it is. I'm thinking of the Saber Turbo. Oh, Saber Turbo. It's the only one there is. It's all it is a straight up Saber. There's a Saber in there. Introduction. Saber. Is there a. I'm trying to figure out if it's like. Cause it shouldn't really. I know I'm nitpicking over something, but I'm just curious about it because it wouldn't be far from the first time that we have it to be where they name it one thing, but actually it would have been something else. Yeah, it's something I could look up later because I am curious about it. Maybe I could ask my friend about it who knows cars a lot better. My guess is like just the front end of the Saber Turbo just doesn't look enough like how the Turbo looked. Look at this. Yeah, let's see, let's look at the green one. Oh, I guess you could. They made this like they couldn't. I'm guessing either one, they couldn't put the Saber Turbo there, or two, they found the Saber Turbo in this game was just too unwieldy to drive, which it can be a little unwieldy to drive. The muscle cars can be a little unwieldy to drive. I'll do that again, why not? That should give me, actually would give me most of the RP I need for today anyway. So, here's what I can do better next time. Check these things over here, actually. Okay. Back to this. Okay. Yeah, just I feel dumb that I kind of didn't catch it at first, but yeah, this is all this is referencing to GTA 3 Vice City San Andreas. The vehicles that are most prominent and the vehicles that are most prominent and an assassination or a killing of somebody in each one. With San Andreas probably being the easiest one to clock. Because it's referencing the Green Saber and it's Officer Smallpenny. And he's running on in a fire truck, and he's crashing in Grove Street, or what we're all assuming is probably Grove Street. I think it's probably, when I play this again, I'll see if it's like marked as Grove Street on the map or not. But all of a sudden, yeah, that's Grove Street in this universe. These are technically different timelines, but you are an asshole, you're gonna die.
Hey, asshole! What are you...
Did I ask you to talk? Shut the fuck up. Get the weapons. I only have more than one. Ooh, and they give me infinite ammo for the SMG. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is awesome. Hopefully my friend will get online and I can just be like, yeah, I really like it. Yeah. I'm gonna pop you off. Y'all don't stop mysteriously hearing suppressed weapon. I'm guessing those people down there probably could be like, hey, what's that? But also, it wouldn't sound like the typical, like, gunshots. I still would imagine that they would be not quite sure what's happening. I know that silence doesn't... I know that calling it a suppressor is more accurate. Suppresses it. But... because, like, they still should have it, like, duffled. Ugh. They should have it silenced enough to where people don't recognize what's happening. Twildy and 12 of them there should have seen me come up there. Also, I've been so just zoomed in on the conversation. I'm not going to complain that these guards aren't as good as they should be. Yeah, come on, both of them. Walk right in so I can pop you. I'll only hurt for a second if I miss. Just. Well, heck. Shut up. Don't call me names. Don't call me an asswipe. What kind of goddamn language are you? Here's your mama with that mouth. Still talking shit against bots and AIs like this because they're just NPCs. I don't gotta be nice to them. They're not real people. So. That hurt? Hope it did, because fuck you. Okay. I love it, so happy. Yeah, I do still feel kind of dumb that I didn't catch this at first. But, yeah, this is... I think this is when you do the big betrayal of... Mafia. I think the Mafia like leaves you out to dry, I think. I'm trying to remember the story from GTA 3 now. And probably. I guess these Sentinels are probably pretty close to the Mafia cars in GTA 3, I would guess. Yeah, just give me part of me, just run away from a murder. Don't mind me. Come on, give up, you morons. Motherfucker, do I gotta shoot you? I will shoot you. Okay. Bird for Iron Agreement. I don't think at all that was the name of the guy in Vice City. Maybe it was the guy you were taking out in Vice City. I don't know. But 4 iron, so obviously he's on a golf course. You can probably kill people with, this might shock you, a 4 iron. Okay. I don't feel like I need a GPS to find this guy. What if I know what this word could be? Admin. Okay. I have to remember for this thing in the future of it's probably going to be stuff very much related to programming and IT and all that. Alright, let me see if I can whack this motherfucker with a golf club this time. Yeah, I'd also think even in Vice City, if you can get him fast enough, you would have to deal with him getting in his fucking golf cart. You have to get ran off the frickin' road. That was easy. Staples button that bitch. I'm sorry, it's just funny. That still makes me chuckle. Did I run the guy over? No, but I did. It was funny. At least I didn't get killed this time doing that mission, doing that portion of it. to go. So we're putting it again. Yeah, it's nothing. They're probably they didn't seem to grab the cars themselves. They probably grabbed stuff that probably looked a lot more like them, honestly. Yeah, I'll need to look into that more. Yeah, after this, I'll hop out of doing this mission. I'll try the open wheel. I don't know if there's new open wheel stuff or not. But it's I've played San An, so I don't remember how this part of it's fitting in. I know there was a mission where you went to a motel and it was a big shootout much earlier in the game. I don't remember how this or any motel stuff would have led to you starting to chase down Tenpenny in that game in a fire truck. Why are you shooting flares at me? Fuck your flare. I wonder if that's what you're simulating because you're like dealing with like a riot at that point, and that those flare are simulating, you know, like all people like throwing like flares and shit, not flares, throwing like Molotovs and all that in San An. Whee! Yeah, I think that's what the flare is supposed to be doing. It's just simulating. You're like doing like they were recreating the LA riots by just having just like chaos everywhere. Look, who dares this car? It's not mine. That is rude. These are destruction of property. You might be brought up on charges, and you just kind of annoy me. I didn't catch where it said it was something. This probably is like Grove. Might as well freaking call it Grove Street. Why not? Once again, see you around, officer. Yeah, Grove Street. Yeah, just it's probably, I don't know if they have any other way or not, but that's it. I'm gonna take it. There wasn't confirmation before. Confirmation that is Grove Street. That's supposed to be where CJ and company live. You know, I'm almost certain it's probably been confirmed prior, or the thing of, well, clearly it was or whatever, but just I'll look at it now like there is no doubt that is this timeline's version of that neighborhood. It just doesn't turn into that important, this one. Make way. No! I'm not going to stop. You're going to shoot me and it's going to hurt. And that's just not nice. That's all there is to it. You can't stop me, you can't find me, 'cause you'll suck. Oops. God dang, helicopter's gonna spot me, isn't it? So I can... Let's go. Get up that hill, get up that hill, get up that hill, get up that hill. God, I love those. I just love this. I just love it. I love that reference to. I love it. I love that reference. Prior GTAs. I'm gonna pop out into the open world again. I'll go to. Well, then I'll at least eyeball my Banshee collection. Well, ain't stuck quite as well as I thought I was going to. Oops. I wonder what the weekly is. I have to trim my nails at some point. Okay. Okay, once I kind of like get out of this, and I can. Okay, yeah, that should be pretty much all my RP I need for today. If I was going to just get like, what's the minimum RP I need, because I go by what's the cumulative RP that I need, which I found a way to calculate it. 64%. Y'all heathens. Y'all bloody heathens. 64%. Don't give me that. That should be an easy 100. Also, it's not hard to do either. So every reason is to not give it a thumbs up, you're wrong. That was awesome, that was amazing, and maybe nostalgia is slightly making me think higher of it. But also, it just was a solid mission anyway. To all those people that didn't play 3 by sitting and San Andreas didn't catch all of it. There we go, that's the weekly challenge. It's almost a level. So, yeah, I found a way to calculate the cumulative RP you need. Because it would find, okay, every level, they're adding 50 more RP per level. And I said, okay, well, every level is going to be that RP plus 50 more. And I don't think I've jotted down what the cumulative is, but it's like 47 million RP is total to get to level 1,000. So what I'm able to do is say, okay, take the RP that's remaining, and then divide it by the number of days. That's how much RP every day I need. And then, okay, how many levels I need every day? Okay, well, just do a rough calculation and comparing it to about how much RP you need per level. And say, alright, what's the RP if I need like 38% of a level? What's the RP for 38% of the current level's RP? It's not an exact thing, because eventually you go to like 60, 65, 70,000 RP and it keeps growing and growing and growing. But I don't know, a good solid way to calculate how much RP you need per day to get the amount of level you need. Well, it's a bit of a wash at some point anyway, because I can get more than the required RP for that level anyway. So it's a rough calculation. What was I doing? Oh, I was going to check. Yes, that's the weekly done. Daily. Collection hot tub. Yeah, that's easy dailies to do. I'm going to eyeball my Banshee collection first. And if somebody just dive in randomly, they can see my Banshee collection, because I'm really proud of it. And I'm going to pretend I have an audience, because pretending can help. Also drive you crazy, but I'm going to just pretend there's an audience watching. They're interested to see my Banshees that I've gotten in GTA Online over the past 12 and a half years. Soon it'll be 13. Lucky 13. We're approaching 13 years since the game came out. That's 5 came out. Ooh, Lord, okay. think it's... Yeah, it'd be my second. I think it's my second office garage is... my Banshee garage. Okay. About 900 Rs. I think there's another Banshee variant. Yeah, the GTS. Go to one of these things I can show the real pride that I have, which is the first three. It's probably the first three cars I bought in the game. So yeah, I've been also grabbing just regular Banshees and just doing different colors and all that on them. Top floor must be where I have the 3 Banshees. Plus one more. So... well, I got the crew emblem because me and friend made... when Rockstar started, like, oh, you act like, you know, crews in GTA, I made this emblem. It's probably like 20 or so minutes of work in their crew emblem maker. 15 to make the original one, then a few minutes to tweak it, so maybe 30 absolute most. I'm really proud of it. There's the red, there's the green, there's the blue. Open top, like they frequently were in that game, or always. Yeah, screw it while I'm here. Let me just drive one of my Banshees. Why not? I'm a rich mofo. I worked hard to get the 100,000 at the time for it. Then I think before they allowed you to like remove the roofs, I like also like all these are like the Banshees I bought at first. I sold them and then I sold the hard top ones and then bought the soft top ones. Probably as soon as I knew I could get soft top ones. I don't remember if you could modify them at the time when they first did that, or versus like, yeah, you can buy hard or soft, or like hard topped or like open top. I don't remember how they did it at first. Brain power, what was I doing? I think I'm gonna do dailies. Brother Cops cause havoc. I'll do that a bit later on. Let me hit up the casino real quick. Why not? That old casino has a hot tub. Because I feel like it's finicky sometimes about saying you're relaxing in a hot tub or not. I feel like sometimes like it's a hot tub, but it doesn't ping the thing as being complete. Doesn't count for some reason. But I know on the roof of the Diamond Casino and Resort is stuff that qualifies as hot tubs when you sit in them. I don't know where it was I was going that like didn't want to count it for some reason. It's weird. Very, very weird. And it's probably an easy enough thing to like fix, but or maybe it's really complicated. I don't know. Look at the programming side, you're just kind of guessing on how they did it. But also, bugs in code are weird, where something should work perfectly fine, and then it doesn't because screw you, apparently. I could park it like a heathen, or have it valeted for me. That's very fancy, yes indeed. Okay.
Table games, slot machines, and the premier race book. There's always something to get into and find what you love.
Maybe so, but I'm not doing that right now. Mother flippin' mother flipper. That's not what I wanted you to do. Why not swear? Motherfucker. Don't do that shit. There we go. Don't break ankles. That probably would have been liable to be a very much a nutcracker kind of thing in real life, but yeah. Okay. There we go. As I said, these hot tubs count. Weird program, like, you got all wet. Like, but I wasn't in those clothes, though, so why are these clothes wet? Whatever, it's one of those things that can be a pain to program. I'm show. Let's go to the parking garage directly. I do wish that you could do the valet missions from San Andreas in here. Plenty places to justify it, for sure. Nah, I won't steal any other cars. Just take mine. Cause it's fine as wine. Alright, fine, I'll do it. So there's that. Brother cops and cause havoc. Just never think of a good place to do it. I also know what I would like to do with this the vehicle, but I just find a place to do it. Because the thing, if you need to cause enough havoc by whatever metric they're measuring it by in the back end. I mean, of course, tank is a beautiful way to do it, but take a seat.
Go on, man. You chit-chat.
Just move along, Bubba. Lester, need you for once. Not for once, but just...
What do you need exactly?
I need you not talk to me like that. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Good measure. I'll take advantage of that more often than I do, but I wasn't here, that fire truck is dumb. Got a little more cops turning a blind eye, so oh, she went flying. keep you safer right now. All of that was awful. I don't know what happened. Let me just... I guess I'll do a parachute jump real quick and then just... That'll be the dailies. Then I'll do some open wheel races while I'm at it. Turn the radio off because I've played this game for almost 13 years. I've heard all the songs, so that's why I can nerf the music volume as well. This one's not about speed, it's about precision. Okay. So I get this done quickly, that way I can move on with my adventures, miss it otherwise. Okay. That was super quick. Yeah, I love it. Okay, then. There we go. Not even perfect. Which I tried to do. Yeah, really fast. That was like, give me. This is by something give me much RP. Yeah, 105. That is a joke. But I did the dailies. As soon as I got my level for the day. Yeah. We're about to. I need to sneeze and do it. We're gonna be open wheel race? No? I can't work with this. Or I could, but I'll have to work with this. I guess I got rolled into it. I just want to do something real quick, just nudge it over the edge. Only thing I think I can do quickly per se, except for rob a store, but let me just throw that armored truck. Fuck me. So nothing, ma'am. Saw nothing. See, I feel like my personality's coming out much more doing this. Not saying it couldn't come out while I'm playing Timberborn or there's something that can talk to you whenever they want to pop back in here at some point. They can tell you that they can give me a 30-something minute ramble about history without even really trying. But that's why I want to do history and video games, or probably a history channel at some point possibly. I want to do probably history and video games, because that might be a little more focused, because I don't want to say it's like dime a dozen divine history channels, but there's a lot of them, and I don't know if I could really contribute much to that part of the sphere. Now, teaching about real history that happens in video games, that I could probably maneuver into, because there's a lot of real history that's mentioned, referenced, used as inspiration for, and all of that. And into the Great Circle, there's history to talk about there, for example, that can probably start diving into history that not everybody probably knows. People are going to know the European theater pretty well. They'll know the U.S. and Japan fighting each other, but they may not know a lot of the setup to get to where it got to, or what Japan's overall strategy was, and how Southeastern Asia fell into all of that. I'm trying to recall. I need to think of it more because there might be some artistic creativity, some artistic license used for exactly how events are happening in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle when you get to Siam. Because I don't think there was much of any involvement of the Europeans aside from the colonizers themselves in there, I don't think. Because, like, you're going to see people from the fascists that are there, but I don't think they, like, formally put advisors or troops or weapons or anything there. That's around what's happening in, like, the Vatican, for example. There is real world everything there. So that'd be something to be interesting to look into, potentially. Yeah, as I said earlier, Assassin's Creed is full of it. I just gotta... I feel like I have to, like, hold my nose while I was gonna do that, because at some point required me, like, giving attention to Ubisoft's product. Now, Assassin's Creed is probably their best product they've ever had, the best IP they've ever had, but I also don't want those particular people getting money while they're still being money-hungry SOBs that just don't really want to look out for us players, really. So, I'm pretty sure it might have been some Nimrod from Ubisoft was like, oh, well, players don't actually own their games anymore, or they get used to it or whatever, and so I countered with, oh, so if we don't actually own it, nobody actually owns it, that means it's not actually piracy, or just to try to follow your logic here, you numbnut. I'm dead. I'm not the one that's bleeding right now. I'm not really, it's my turn. Okay. Just need to... there we go. Cheat for following the law and being in my way when I was making an illegal U-turn. Yeah. That's my story, at least I'm sticking to it. Okay. That should be enough to just nudge it over. Or any more so. Yeah, that nudged it over. Cool. Okay. Well, I lost $44 in that. Oh no. Or $40 of value in it. Oh no. Okay. 41. 26 of 1. That's what the previous is now. The next level is 41, 895, 450. Okay, I am at 920. Where does that put me in comparison to? I'm 13 levels behind him. And my friend Byron. Or Naughty's at 934. I don't have his RP numbers up to date, or at least have his level up to date. So I am very much catching up to him. He needs to get a little under a third of a level every day. I need to get still about 40% of a level every day, but I'm catching up. That's what matters. 80 more levels and I'll have level 1000, man. That's just... It's gonna be an awesome thing, and it'll be one of the big accomplishments that I have in gaming, is finally getting level 1000. It's a certain point where it's, you're like, well, it's not hard after a while because it's been out for so long. It's true, but I still actually had to do it. Are there... So I think that's the only community thing. Trying to remember where the open wheel races are. The open wheel races are just gonna be triple, but there's no, like, special ones. That's done. Is it just an open? Not just open, like it's in. Just races. God, it's probably giving me so many epilepsy. I'd be very sorry right now. Also, you can't just filter it by open wheel. Score. Wow, there's a lot of these. Quite a few at least. In due course. Let's do in due course and just do however many laps there are. And just do something again. Nobody seems to be watching right now, so.
All things retro, including the incredibly retro concept of
So it's lying to me, which I don't have reason to think it's lying to me, but. Yeah, I remember this one. I remember what this track is. Like 95% sure what the track is. Maybe softs, why not? Cool. Yeah, not so weird as to go without a helmet of some sort. So we're not gonna slide the visor down? Cool. Yeah, you need the full protection from random shit flying to your eyeballs anyway. That's what I meant by doing something blind, just saying. Barn, we're really happy when they throw in open wheel races, because I've gotten to be getting kind of decent at racing because of it, at least in this game. Other games I might still blow chunks, but yeah, this is one just it's fun because of a different thing of when I gotta worry about tire wear and the downforce of these vehicles actually matter, and you can't just like cut through all of the damage. And also, if you're good enough, you can learn how to do these turns without having to hit the brakes. See if I can get back into it. Crabbity. I think a soft tire should have the greatest grip. I'm trying to think about if you have the harder medium tires, not quite as much grip. Of course, they don't wear out as often. Or out as fast, I should say. Let's get back to the groove of it. Could probably do those turns I know I can do without hitting the brakes. I just gotta practice. And give it a boost right there. Okay. And I still like left the accelerator a little bit just to be sure I don't go straight into the wall. Only kind of into the wall. There's a difference. I'm just kind of flying by at least a little bit. I might not do anything else today. We'll see. I very unexpectedly have got my level done, so that's if I actually give me like a boost to keep going a little bit longer. I don't know what else I would play. I might have bring a Power Wash Sim 2 or something, I don't know. But I do have that on Game Pass, I just need to get through more of it. That's the one that just... Yeah, I'm going to have people I'm talking to because there's actually an audience, or do I just play it by myself? One of the two. Hopefully I'll get on over this next week so he and I can do some open wheel racing. And I might be able to have some good battles, and or I just give him like a really good run for his money, but he still wins because he's just A1 top tier at racing, at least between the two of us. And I think he's pretty near top tier a lot in the world too, and there's probably people better than him. And he'll gladly admit that, but I don't want him to think that. I want him to think he's the best ever, because I think he's the best ever. And there goes the front splitter. Mother of hell. Ooh, now turning target, dang it. I need to pay attention more. Well, should make Christmas. I'm good at this game. I'm good at racing, I promise. I'm just air cooling my engine now. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Just... I'll with my back. Mother. Jimmy. Christmas? Okay. Let this around a little bit more. Oh my god, this is kind of hard to drive. Okay, don't miss the pit stop. There's the pits. Okay, there we go. Just gonna... Go. I can grab what just happened, just throw this a short on my channel, and see me if it starts generating some traffic. And yeah, I still probably need to get a social media thing outside of Twitch, YouTube, but I also don't know where I would go because all of them didn't have big issues, but also I could start building an audience. So, unless I have my personal, like Instagram, I have a personal account, I could probably change the name on. You know, change the name on it, and that'd be that, but also want one that's separate, that's just for all this gaming stuff, and have that personal one stay personal, which might mean I might want to change the picture that's on it, or I could just not be quite so paranoid about that and just be like, yeah, people know my real name, whatever, as long as they can't steal my information. And I'm probably at least a few months away from having to worry about, you know, trying to do anything like that to me. But I wouldn't be me without worrying unnecessarily about stuff. Example, if I'm going to play it on streaming, and I'd probably want to go through all my cars and make sure none of them have a license plate that's too personalized. So I have something like Czar N 1, which... Yes, my username is the Great Czar N. I think I'm number 1. There's no personal information to get out of that. But there's one in particular that's like initials and birth date, not year, but just like the initials probably wouldn't be of too much help because it'd just be confirming that N is one of my initials, but any notes of other ones, and it would be crazy. And figure out all that stuff. This is where you live, this is your full name, this is your mother's maiden name, this is your social security number. And I have to worry about that, and that wouldn't be fun. I also would want to put my fist in their throat, because that's just why. But well, they've got my hand on my phone number somehow, and some other information, because you can call like, hello, here's the same auto message that you've heard 15 other times from 10 other phone numbers. Do you want a loan? No. Check one of the services that I do use, and so I can potentially help them out a little bit. Because every once in a while I use incognito, so every once in a while like, hey, we've got too many records that could match, you can help clear it up. And the thing usually about them is that they have like my name and then like maybe the same city, and there's nothing else that differentiates them. Like, I wish I could say, like, just get rid of all three of them. I don't know if any one of them is more correct than the other. For what you're telling me, you're giving me like nothing else. There's no like, oh, it's the email, it's the exact address. It's just like, yeah, they got like first and last name and like city you've lived in. Cool. So probably love other people. I don't know which one of these three that are the exact same bare bones is the correct one, which I think get rid of all three of them. Okay, I need to get, see if I, once I get money flowing in again, see if I can get like another service. It's like, hey, both of y'all do something. And also in the US, we just need to pass data protection laws that are as strict as the EU GDPR is. Where it's a big freaking deal to protect people's private information. I think California's done that too. So that'll be a big help too. Well, that's probably at best a few years away. Because it's going to take a while to get the current people out and then get better people actually in and all that, so. Anywho. Yeah, I should check that after I'm done streaming for the day. Also got to move some money around, because I'm to tap into some to allow stuff my not bad to touch reserves. And, yeah, I talked about earlier, happily so much in GTA 6 that I want to buy a bunch of Take-Two stock. I don't have much money sitting around to buy a bunch of Take-Two stock. So we'll have to see, I guess. By then, by the time GTA 6 is coming out, I should be employed again, just by the fact that it's going to be in November. I have a feeling about what I could buy. I just need to be concerned about paying the rest of my bills. And absolutely, I would need to look at, because the money I don't want to be touching is my Roth IRA. If I touch that, I'm going to have a big issue of, it's not like, it's money I shouldn't be touching. It's not till retirement. I'm not close to retirement yet. So if I take that out, I'm not going to get 100% of that out, so it's going to probably go to like paying taxes or some fee on it or whatever the case might be. And I don't know how long that would last me. I think if I actually had to tap into that, maybe I'd get to the end of the year. Yeah, it's still a long frickin' time for me to be unemployed. I'm hopefully going to be having money coming in soon. So I can get through the next, I get through May and June, and then I'm touching kind of like no money. Or winning the lottery. Or having a job, one of those options. And I'm not going to be a darkly whatever. Oh, well, if the country collapses first, I'm not going to be like that. I don't want that, because it's going to lead to a lot more problems than anything else, at least in the short term. Long term, it may history look as that was what needed to happen, but I don't want to have that happen yet. So. Felt Olive like brushing her licking on the back of my foot, but now she's still over there in her little corner between the bookshelf and the wall, because cat. She's gonna like wedge, kind of. Not fully wedge, but it's like, she's like, good stuff in there, and she's comfortable. Does it during the summer. I imagine during the winter it's just like, that's an outside wall, so it's probably kind of cold. Even though it's 90 degrees in the corner, it's not that warm. You know, triangles and 90 degrees and all that whole joke. Yeah, so. That beat up a wheel race done. See how much that's gonna net me. Okay, good to know. For the next week I get that much RP for open wheels. Nice. That is 2.5 hours, and it is 7 o'clock. I just took a while, didn't wanna like starve myself to just what I didn't absolutely feel like, and that's why I decided, let me just do something I want to do. Pretty sure I'm getting drowned in the ever many other people are also streaming GTA, probably for like the RP stuff and all that, the role playing stuff and all that, but. What I want to do after this. Yeah, I think I was kind of thinking that I'd like drop off doing this a lot sooner than I did, but kind of sucked into doing this now. I think if I had things on to do, maybe I'd fire pelt hours. Just play that a little bit too, because why not? Just kind of assume that it's not gonna, that nothing funky would happen with the game. I don't think it would crash, but just like, wouldn't look good, or it would decide at that moment in time, oh, I'm gonna like chug along for no reason, or whatever the case might be. Starting to get into a better groove where I can, around a lot of those turns, I can just like glide along now. That like hairpin turn there that you have to brake, there's no way. But some of these more gentle turns, you don't have to let off the accelerator. Even this turn, I'll let off the accelerator a little bit, but you don't have to brake. No, we're not braking the car. It's not quite as wide open, so I had to kind of brake for, I think, these, because they're not a hairpin turn, but they're kind of narrow. There's not a lot of room to maneuver. So I think what I'm going to be doing Indiana Jones again, because I got up super late today. I probably will play more Indiana Jones Great Circle today if I got it actually kind of a decent time, I think. No, I knocked it off. Goodness. I like was actually kind of sleepy and probably actually slept like kind of alright. Then just took forever to get out of bed. Then it was late before I actually like got up. So I wasn't on to like do more collectibles things. I do want to get all the collectibles in Indiana Jones. I don't know about like, hey, come watch me like go collect books. I don't have. If I had an audience of like 5, 7, however many people that just like would want like chit chat, that's what we could do while I go find them. But I've got an audience right now at this moment in time, so I had to be probably mildly entertaining. I want to build a crowd, and it's a thing of I also just don't know if I can justify right now, like, hey, I'm just gonna just do whatever. That includes like doing those boring collectible things, about having some ability to like talk about something else. Maybe like I'm doing now, but this game's inspired me to talk. So I had to be wanting to do some kind of like, hey, I'm gonna do like a guide for it to find these things possibly. Of course, you can just buy the guidebooks in the game. They show you where they are. Of course, there's a few that are in tricky areas, but still. So I need to figure out also why that whatever the ancients thing isn't technically done in the Vatican. Because I thought I found the last one, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I got confused and couldn't find it. I just wanted to like keep moving on or something. I just want to try and overhead, but I'm looking kind of, I think, probably like overly bright or shiny right now. I don't think I can have that light be much cooler or dimmer or anything. I think it's like, well, maybe it can be a little bit dimmer, but also it's like, I don't make it too dim. It's not really lighting me at all. So hey, finally got a clean lap. Apparently I've been hitting stuff the entire time. If I had half a thought. I know I was talking about how I wanted to get the collectibles done for Indiana Jones. I probably would have streamed that today if I'd like gotten. I think in my head I had the idea like I'd get like a lot of them done. I'd be able to purely focus on where I was in the story. Which at that point was going to include where I needed to land in order to take Voss's gold. So I couldn't find where to go. So kind of wasn't seeing a dock anywhere. I think I had the thought of, because I remember I went to that one area when I was doing that, going to that cave, and I had then found dynamite after a while and wondered like, what am I supposed to like dynamite something? By walking around, that would let me like get closer, but I was getting kind of late in there, kind of getting to that. You've been playing a game for a while, you're like, I don't really want to feel like backtracking right now. I want to like keep my momentum going forward if I can, and then maybe just like stop. I think part of like the game is just like more light. Oh, sorry, I turn this off. You'll be able to see me. Yeah, you can kind of see me. Maybe that'd be good for some type of spookier game. Gotta be confident with GTA at least for the moment, because I've gotten more than my level's worth, so.
The softback here. Indie rock from the south of us. Answer to yourself. They stole your drummer.
That's all correct, okay. I need gold 5.7 million RP still.
People need iPhone phones. Exactly. Hey, you want to that party
Something quick. So much up like I'm trying to think of what I want to do next. All this is riveting as I stare at the screen you're not looking at. I know person watching the stream in the future. Maybe right now, I don't know. Need to figure out what I'm gonna do next, actually. Probably give all of her food at least. Yeah, that's what I want to do. You know, somebody was like, Byron gets on and wants to play for general public, then I don't know what I want to do instead. I'll still play for a moment, please. Maybe even get time to GTA Online, I don't know. We'll see. I might end this stream here. I forget my dad's iPad's going to be joining, and I probably also need to take care of a few things anyway. So, that's all for now. Until next time.